All right.
Yeah.
Hey, hello, and welcome, guys, to another one episode of the Pimp, Gimp, and Shrimp podcast show, extravaganza, whatever you want to fucking call it. People love us, everything. And hey, we got a special treat for you today. It is going to be a two-man show. We might have a third one coming in. It's all baby troubles, pre-baby stuff going on. And, babies, they're such babies about stuff, and they always want to do things at their own time.
Always crying about things.
So, yes, they're third, formerly known as Smoothballs, Mr. B-Man, he wants to be known as, now is coming in another fucking kid here, coming in at number 47. No, but
careful.
So he might be joining us in the show. If not, that's all right. We got it, because guys, this is cool, and I love this right now. We got actually one of the original founding members of the Pimp, Gimp, and Shrimp is fucking Scrap Metal. Almost forgot your spelling. Scrap Metal is here. It has been a long time, and if you guys don't remember Scrap Metal, so originally the Pimp, Gimp, and Shrimp podcast started as an audio only show.
Yeah, we were broke back then.
Yes, right, exactly. It was a trio of guys, and Scrap Metal had moved on with stuff and projects and doing stuff on his own, but he's decided to come back and be a guest on the show and everything. And again, people are cheering him in. So Scrap Metal, buddy, welcome back to the show. It's exciting to have you here.
Yeah, man, it's good to be back.
Yes, it's good to have you here. You a lot of if you guys ever go back, and a lot of those audio episodes are on Spotify. It's the same name and everything, and we got a few of those on there. And you were integral to starting this whole fucking podcast, buddy.
Yeah.
You were of everything going on and helping out. And
the good old days.
The good old days. And as everybody knows, we're actually trying to get another video podcast going on. Me and Scrap Metal, we go as different names over there. We go as pseudo-names over there. These are our real names here. Smell Foot and Scrap Metal.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right, exactly. It's on our birth certificate. Okay, we haven't worked on a while. I forget the name of the new podcast. We're trying to go. What was the name of it?
Into the Unknown.
Yes, right. Sorry. World of the Unknown.
World of the Unknown.
World of the Unknown. So, and we'll do stuff over there. We're gonna hit a lot of paranormal stuff and go a little deeper dive into stuff over here. It will be kind of fun, lighthearted over there. Not such a goofy comedy that we do here in PGS over there. So it'll be a little more integral.
Like, it's more of like the hobbies that we're into and like the things that really catch our
on there.
interest.
So once we get that going, I'll make sure I'll mention on here and kick it off for you guys. But hey, that's enough about that noise. Let's get started on this this topic for this episode. Is going to be action movie stars that we like, our favorites, whatever, the people we love watching. Doesn't matter if from way back when or they're doing it right now and everything, because action movies basically. The best thing to go do when you go watch the movies is going to be an action movie. That's what I want. If I'm going to go to the movie theaters nowadays, it's either going to be a really good horror movie or a good action movie, action-packed. I want explosions. I want fights. I want deaths.
You want 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours just if I'm going to spend my time and my money and to go to see that big and be around other fucking people sometimes I don't want to be around, it better be that. And it better be,
better be worth it.
Better be damn worth it. And there's nothing against me. Drama movies, which can be really good, but I'm going to save those for the home where I can watch it, and
you can walk away from it sometimes.
I can walk away from it, or just not have other people getting, in the way or talking, or just, it takes a lot nowadays to go to the movies. So action movies was where it's at. And I wanted to really bring out, before we get into any of the action movie stars, I want to say, what exactly generates or personifies an action movie? And looking at
I'm going to say, I think it almost has to be science fiction. In a way,
I think science fiction is included in that. So action movies can include a lot of stuff, basically.
Yeah, but like Beverly Hills Cops.
Yeah,
that was kind of an action movie.
It's an action comedy.
Yeah.
So here's so I looked up on Google. I put up in a lot of sites to it, and here's one of the good descriptions of it. It says what classifies an action movie. Wikipedia is action movie is a genre in which the protagonist is put into a series of events that usually have violence and physical actions. Pretty simple, pretty broad, which almost explains almost a lot of movies. But that's just
I'm thinking even Never Ending Story.
It, basically, it's a fantasy action movie.
I mean, In the Cupboard was an action movie.
Right, Lord of the Rings is an action, but they are. If you think about it, if you think about the old Broadway thing, those are all action movies. Whether it be a science fiction based, it could be a horror based, a reality based, a fantasy based, or a comedy. A lot of action comedy stuff.
Action comedies had their time. Yeah.
Usually, if you look at an action movie star. If you think of action movie stars, you don't really think of the comedy action movie stars, which they're out there. I mean, some people can do it, but you usually don't think of that when you come.
I'm thinking Arnold. I'm thinking
so let's think
Statham.
Let's think of like the Mount Rushmore of actor movies. So let's preface doing this, because I know a lot of people are gonna like, well, you didn't mention this, this. It's all opinions about these things.
everything. Yeah,
One guy you might like, I might not like. Some other people might bring up, well, what about this guy? Well, sometimes maybe we don't know who. We never watched these movies. We are not some of the and older people are like, whoa, you guys got old guys like John Wayne and this guys, and I go, that's true. Those guys are all good, but we didn't watch that. That didn't hit into our right. It's like westerns are action movies too.
Are they?
Yeah,
fucking
they
old
are.
spaghetti westerns.
There's spaghetti westerns are action because there's violence and stuff. But
the 10 day
so these are stuff that hits us personally and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mount Rushmore. Let's pick a few names.
Right off the bat, if you want Mount Rushmore of action, Expendables.
Yes,
they literally.
That's true. They got exactly.
Everybody.
But and Expendables. Let's say, well, I've really only watched maybe the first two, and the Expendables. It gets a
little crazy after that, yeah.
Right? And I didn't even get. But I liked the first one. What it was, they took the action movie stars, not so much there, but they took the ones from back when. That's where like the original,
80s,
the 80s,
70s, 80s,
right? So they had Sylvester Stallone.
Arnold
Schwarzenegger,
Jason Statham,
which is
Dolph
Lundgren was in there, right?
Well, they had Randy Couture. What else did they have?
Jet Li at one point. Bruce Willis, yeah. Those were all hardcore. Okay, so I want to go back a little bit more because I'm a little older, obviously, than everybody on this fucking show that ever comes on. But one of my favorite action movie stars, Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood is a fucking man.
Any which way but loose.
Loose, which is an action comedy.
Amazing one.
What about his Dirty Harry series?
It was amazing.
Action cop. He was on a ton of war movies. He was on
the Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
He was on westerns.
The one with the nun.
Hang 'em High.
Fistful of Dollars.
Fistful of that dude.
Yeah.
And then he was on later on The Unforgiven.
God damn. That was a good movie.
What was the movie? Gran Turismo. He was an older gentleman. That was fucking good.
He
yeah.
was racist as shit.
So yes, he was one of my. If I had to build a national Mount Rushmore of like maybe the 4 guys on there, he's definitely on there for me.
Yeah, I can see that.
He is old school. That's when I grew up. That was through the early 80s and the late 70s, that was the action movie star guy. You would look at like, dude, that dude's a fucking man. Dude, look at that dude's kicking ass and stuff.
He's like 80, he's still the man.
Yeah, exactly. I would put another one again. Please don't hate on us or don't, but this is ours. I would put Arnold as that too, because Arnold came up. He cut his teeth on being an action movie star.
He turned a whole genre.
Basically,
with the Commando, Predator.
Yeah, you name it. Conan.
Terminator.
Fucking Terminator. Yeah, Terminator. Exactly. All those stuff.
He was that guy.
Yeah, exactly. And I so his counterpart on that whole thing, and I'm trying to get my words into fucking or my thoughts into words, whatever, is a Sly. Sylvester Stallone was on it. I hesitate about putting him on my.
Stallone wasn't more action, man. Like Rambo was action.
Well, I mean, Rocky movies are action.
But even this, if you look at Rambo, no, Rocky was not action.
Cliffhanger. Stallone had a bunch. He was an action movie star, but
what was the one where he was in a tunnel?
Unfortunately,
where he was trying to dare, like he was the guy, the firefighter that went in the
tunnel.
Yeah,
forget it. I don't know. Was it tunnel?
His was a little bit more drama based.
It was drama action, but he was an action movie star. But I wouldn't put for myself. I wouldn't put him up as a Mount Rushmore stuff. Although
I would say Bruce Willis beat him out just
from the Die Hard movies alone.
Yes.
Actually, just from Die Hard, number one
Die Hard
alone
is hands
fucking,
down one of the best action movies, and it's hilarious.
Well, the good thing about Bruce Willis, which he was on now, a lot of. None of her as big as Die Hard, but Die Hard alone brings that up.
Just hands down.
Just brings that up to
it's an instant classic.
Forefront. Another old school guy. I don't know what I mentioned before. I forget. I don't know if I put him on the Mount Rushmore thing. Steve McQueen was another old school guy that was coming in a lot of movies. I can't remember some of the film names and stuff. I can look them up and stuff, but.
Yeah, Steve
I remember back in the 70s, me and the brother looking when when you really have cable was very basic, and you would look for those old Saturday or Sunday afternoon movies and always action. Steve McQueen movies would be on their time.
Cannonball Run?
No, that's not Steve McQueen. That's Burt Reynolds, which would be another action. Yeah, Burt Reynolds would be an action movie star.
No, Steve McQueen was the Great Escape.
Yeah,
the original,
Great Escape
was great.
Yep. But he had a lot of good a lot of good films. He was famous back then. He was basically like trying to compare him to a nowadays person would think as an action star, like Jason Statham.
I wouldn't say Statham. I'd say more like a Vin Diesel type guy.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. He's like the Vin Diesel. He was cooler than Vin Diesel. He was a really cool
he was
guy.
way cooler than Vin Diesel, but he had that same type of, maybe that's how Vin Diesel wanted to be, kind of like.
Basically, okay, yeah.
like
So he's kind of that type of guy
star,
back in the
but he's
60s and 70s. Right, exactly. He was cool before his death. Okay, I'm going to tell you a name that should be on the Mount Rushmore for me that I don't know, some people might agree or not agree with. Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
So Harrison Ford was in Star Wars.
Dude, he was Star Wars, Indiana Jones alone.
Indiana Jones, right?
Alone.
He had a lot of movies. He was the one where he was on, and I forget, it was a set of movies. He was like the what are the guys who protect the president?
Oh, you're talking about the Secret Service?
Secret Service, like a Clear and Present Danger. He had about two or three movies about
Jack Ryan?
No, it was kind of like that, but it was those, I forget what it was, but he had those kind of movies too back when he was younger.
Red October.
The Hunt for Red October. Yeah, exactly. So
dude, he was in some hands down great movies.
He's been in great movies, and then it's supposed to enter the Marvel world here too now. Supposedly, he's replacing General Ross, the guy who passed away. I forget the hell his name. Sorry, I forgot the actor. He's a really good actor's name too, and so too. But I would put Harrison Ford there for the Star Wars and Indiana Jones series. I mean, those are humongous fucking franchises that are going, and people forget that Star Wars is an action movie. You know what? You might get mad at me. Yeah. Robin Williams. Yeah. Jumanji. That was pretty good. That was a good action film. That was an action. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was
for a goofy dude like him. He played it pretty good.
Robin Williams is a unique character because he basically did everything. He had comedy. He did drama.
He had depth.
He did action. Yeah, exactly.
He had depth, but he did good action movie.
There's very few of those guys coming. But yeah, he was actually an action movie star.
I wouldn't put him as Mount Rushmore, but he did good with
that. But he definitely worth mentioning. Another old school guy that's got to be mentioned, Bruce Lee. He is another. He probably would be up there.
He
Maybe
changed the game on that. He did. He changed.
He deserves to be on there, but I don't know. And the only thing, sadly, I don't think there was enough. He had a good film score. He didn't have enough on there to really. I think if he would have lived another 5-10 years, he definitely would have put a bigger stamp on the American.
Because he was more over in China,
right? And this first big breakthrough was his last movie, unfortunately.
And then like.
But he was an action movie star for sure.
If we
kung fu movies are action movies,
yeah,
I don't know what else you would call those.
If we didn't have Bruce Lee, we wouldn't have had Jackie Chan.
That's true, and Jackie Chan should be up there too.
Bruce Lee, dude, he's the epitome of it, man.
Yeah, exactly. So
and he did all his stunts.
And that's another thing we forgot to mention about action movies is kung fu movies. They're all that's action. It's just a kind of a different small subgenre of action movie, basically.
Dude, Jet Li, man.
Jet Li, then you get all the
You got Jet Li. I love Jason
martial
Statham,
art movie
man.
things. Yeah,
The Mechanic. That was a great movie.
Right.
Transporter.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here's
that.
Here's something. What about Christian Bale?
Christian Bale is good.
He doesn't do all action movies, but his Terminator and his Batman movies are action movies.
Yeah, and he really killed it at that.
And that's a cool one when you got a really good actor that kind of goes in between both dramas and go into action, because then you get some really good, not just action. I mean, he
gets to bring the drama into the action movie too.
Right.
Like you get to see a little bit more of like you got Arnold. Yes. But he's not the best fucking actor.
No, he's not. And he got better, but he wasn't. He was just there because he's just
then you got Christian Bale, who's a phenomenal actor.
Right, that does action too.
And he does the action. You're like, all right.
So, and then you get the big names that are hanging on now, and it's obviously The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. Everybody fucking loves The Rock.
But my problem with him is every action movie is the exact same.
Well, just like Arnold, he's not there for his acting chops. He's just there because he's good in the action film.
He's just, he made a niche. And
I've already told people plenty of times on this show and stuff, I'm so tired of seeing him on everything. Just like, can we just think of anybody's? But he pulls, just like back when Arnold and Sylvester Stallone break, he pulls names. So they action movie, they automatically just put him in. But I would say some of these movies, you go outside yourself, please.
You know what?
He doesn't need to be in every fucking movie, guys.
Ryan Gosling.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Gosling's actually pretty good.
He did The Driver.
Yep.
And then he did The Gray Man.
Yeah.
Which was phenomenal.
He's
Chris
coming
Evans.
Up. Right.
Chris Evans does real good action movies too.
Yep. We got Mr. Deadpool himself.
Oh my God, I love that dude. I'm so excited.
Ryan Reynolds, I know and he's been on a few good when he is on Blade. Wesley Snipes. Let's bring Wesley Snipes to his fucking Blade. His Blade series alone are fucking awesome. But he's what was it? Passenger 57 was a good. I remember being a good movie when he was the airplane one. Yep. My famous line me and my friends used to play all the time on Passenger 57. Another guy who's not the best actor, Wesley Snipes, but he's just good in action films.
He had a straight niche and he had a look to him. Man.
Yeah. Somewhere he told somebody on Passenger 57, it's like, You ever play roulette? And the guy said, yeah. He goes, always bet on black. And then he shot him. So I used to love that line of, all right, Wesley, get him, buddy. So that was always fun.
Oh, man.
But right. So these guys are a lot of these guys are good action movies, but stars. But people like Christian Bale, those guys are actual
actors.
Actors.
They have depth to them.
So other than Christian Bale, can we think of someone? Not like in the Arnold aspect, just as somebody that is a good actor that happens just to get action movies a lot sometimes, or just every once in a while gets brought in. See, I would say that Harrison Ford is in that ilk.
No, he is because he
doesn't
came look it.
Right.
He's a normal
from
guy.
an actual movie, and no offense to any of these other guys, actors and stuff, saying they're not good actors. It's just that's not what they cut their teeth on. I think Harrison Ford was older when he first got Star Wars. He was in his late 30s, if I remember right, or 30s.
Yeah,
and he came from drama and theater.
Yeah, he loves theater.
Mark Hamill started when he was younger, but he's another good one, But I would put Harrison Ford over Mark Hamill because Harrison Ford continued to do work in that action.
Mark Hamill really only had just
the Star Wars series, which is enough. I mean, which is great for him, isn't it? But
Chris Hemsworth.
Okay.
So before he was Thor, he did Black Hat. He did all these weird little action films.
Right.
And he wasn't this big buff guy, but he had the look for it.
Right. Well,
And
I mean,
he does have depth to him.
I think Marvel coming in and whether you like or hate the Marvel things, when they pick actors, usually, especially from the first few years, they definitely would always pick a really good actor first. Obviously, they had a look they're looking for and everything, but they'd always wanted someone with good acting chops because they really wanted to sell the idea of them embodying this person, which I totally loved that they didn't get. You got somebody?
I got 3 people.
All right. They didn't get, other than Robert Downey Jr. at the time before he came on, he was back to the unknown. Nobody knew about it. He was out of the picture for a long time.
Yeah.
They get somebody to embody that. So basically what I'm saying is, Tom Holland, which is another good action star, he's done a lot of good action movies now.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, exactly. Mark Wahlberg, another one. They picked Tom Holland before he was an unknown to play Spider-Man because he was an unknown. He's just a good actor.
He's a phenomenal
actor. And that way his name doesn't overshadow Spider-Man, which it shouldn't. Because the character of what they're playing is so huge. You don't need a big name. You don't need I'm trying to think of a fucking name, a Leonardo DiCaprio to play fucking Spider-Man. I know he's old. I'm just saying for example, because you don't need that big, because the Spider-Man character itself is big. And I think that's some of the...
it takes away from it.
Right. And you don't want to sit there like, oh, look, it's Leonardo DiCaprio plays Spider-Man. No, you want to like, oh, look, it's Spider-Man. Then you find out like, wait, who is this actor? This guy's good. And then you find out who it is afterwards. But it's already because it's Spider-Man. And I think it's killing some of these directors and other serious actors who... I don't know why they're so bitter about it, about Marvel movies. It's like, well, those are not real actors, it's the character. I'm like, it's kind of a slap in the face to it, but I'm not an actor, as you can't stop. But I'm like, well, no, it's not supposed to. They're not supposed to overshadow that character. They're not supposed to.
It's not supposed to.
Hemsworth wasn't supposed to overshadow Thor.
Yeah, but he ended up. That's the thing. When he first came in there, he was perfect for the role because he was kind of an unknown.
Right, and that's what they want. That's what I like. They get unknowns.
He's way bigger than the character of Thor.
Exactly. Now. But we all know his story. Yeah, but it didn't.
And the one good thing about him, though, The Rock has one thing. He's this big, just giant guy.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth, when he played Extraction, he dropped all the muscle.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
He's not
he's one of those,
that giant guy.
Christian Bale can drop weight and everything.
Yeah, but he knows. He goes, he was supposed to be a special forces guy in that, right?
I said Allah. I feel like punching myself in the face. I got you guys. But I feel like such a turd.
His thing was he knows special forces guy are not. They're not buff. Like that you put in the movies.
Right, yeah.
Realistically a badass person.
Right. So they're not a bodybuilder,
Yeah, he's still fit as hell.
Yeah.
But he just dropped all the bodybuilder weight. And so he really embodies the role of it. So that's why I really like him.
Yeah. That's cool.
But,
who are you thinking of? God
dang it. Brad Pitt.
Okay, yeah.
Because he played Achilles nobody's business.
He did really good. I like him in Snatch.
Boxer in Snatch was
Snatch
amazing.
Was also, yeah, exactly.
He's had some great roles.
He has had good luck.
Yeah. Who else? Dang, I had 3 of them. I have Brad Pitt, Orlando Bloom.
Ah, okay.
And Johnny Depp.
And Johnny Depp was another good one too. Yes, Johnny Depp is
because
he's weird, dude. Okay. Oh, here's another one too. Tom Cruise. Mission Impossible movies, man.
How did we almost forget
No,
him?
exactly. He's that.
I watched that new
what,
Mission Impossible. It was actually really legit.
they're really good. Well, what reminded me of him is Johnny Depp, because Depp and Cruise now are one of those guys, a couple of those guys that have been in the business so long, they're really quirky. They don't know
they
what.
kind of do whatever the hell they want in a way.
Yes and no.
And they're getting weird with it.
Well, they've been super famous for the long time, and it obviously, as you're seeing with the people, it does stuff to you. It can. It looks. Tom Hanks seems like he's on the level, like he's kind of evened out, but there's a couple. And I get it. You're super famous, and things are done for you, and you're told you're great so many times, you start believing it.
Yeah.
And these guys are a little bit off the rail because they have so much money and so much notoriety and fame, and just. But those guys are quirky. But saying that, they're great actors, and there's a reason why.
Yeah.
They're. So they both are very good actors, and they're good. They do good action movies. Not all action movies, but they do great action movies.
You can't Pirates of the Caribbean.
I love those fucking series, dude.
Amazing.
Exactly.
And Orlando Bloom is not an action-looking guy at all.
No,
he plays
it good
in that.
Tom Cruise in the Mission Impossible movies. Tom Cruise has been in a shitload of fucking action movies, and that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's barely taller than I am, and exactly, he's not a big buff guy, but he's still doing it.
He's phenomenal at it. Henry Cavill.
Yeah, and exactly. And that's a big motherfucker. But well, one of the best scenes wasn't Cavill and who was fighting him in the mission? Was it Mission Impossible?
Yeah,
in the bathroom. It was Tom Cruise.
No, it was Tom Cruise and him fighting this little Asian dude, and the Asian dude was fucking him up.
That's what it was. Yeah, they're great scenes on that. Right,
took him out. And they both looking at each other like.
One of these shows, we're gonna have to do like favorite action movie scenes, and that would probably be up there. It's a pretty good one.
I've seen some really good ones.
I want to bring up some of the women. Mila Jovovich, for fucking Resident Evil series alone. She kicks ass in that fucking dude.
But even in Fifth Element.
Fifth Element, I was gonna say her originally started. Yeah, exactly. She's actually a really good action movie star in herself. She's a badass. I saw some of the list there. What's her name?
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
She did good in
she did.
Tomb Raider.
In Tomb Raider series and stuff. Right.
Like Margaret Robbie.
Yes.
I think she does good at Harley Quinn.
Ooh. Yeah.
The first one annoyed the shit out of me.
Right. The second one was good.
When she got the right director.
Yeah.
To calm her down and be like, you gotta, this is what I want.
And that's an action movie. The Suicide Squads were action movie stuff too. And then she was,
John Cena.
Yeah.
Can't take him because
John Cena.
What is that goddamn
the Peacemaker?
Peacemaker. Fucking
if you guys haven't watched the series of Peacemaker,
you need to
watch the second Suicide Squad movie. You watch it. It was good by James Gunn. You guys who did Guardians of the Galaxy. These are all action movies, by the way. John Cena in there. The movie's called The Peacemaker. And if you guys a series he got separately on, was it HBO?
Yeah, HBO picked him up.
You need to watch it. It's a comedy. Actually, it is great. John Cena really embodies that character just perfectly. It's fucking funny as shit. I know we're forgetting people, and I'm going to get dinged on like, well, you forgot this guy and this guy, and there's just so many. This whole list of stuff that we got.
Joel Kinnaman.
Joel Kinnaman, who's that?
The guy that played RoboCop, and he also is in Altered
Carbon.
Carbon.
Yeah. No. Dude, I think is that his name?
Yeah.
I thought it was
the guy that Peacemaker killed. He was the sergeant or the guy in Suicide Squad. Okay. The one that everyone liked.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you brought Jean-Claude Van Damme. Is another one.
I fucking love Jean-Claude.
Jean-Claude's good. His little. So here's just kind of some of the names that, and I guess if you've been any more like than, let's say 2 or 3 action movies, I guess their name is up here because they have Liam Neeson. Good. Kurt Russell, The Thing alone. It's a horror action movie. There, if you haven't watched The Thing, Escape from LA, Escape from New York. Right.
Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, Patrick Swayze's another one on here. Mel Gibson, the Lethal Weapon series with him and Danny Glover were fucking awesome, man. That was good. Those are my favorite movies. Yeah, exactly. With Joe Pesci. There's I would put those two guys. If I was going to put Mel Gibson was in the World Warrior series was fucking awesome. Mad Max.
Yeah. Tom Hardy.
There we go. The updated version of him. Here's another old school one that I used to like. It was the Vigilante. If I say his name and I forget the movies. Charles Bronson.
Guys, yes.
What was the movies he was in where he was the vigilante cop? Basically, it was Death Wish series.
Yes.
They had like 5 or 6 of those things, but the first 2 or 3.
They tried to remake it too. It didn't.
No, it didn't work.
So well.
If you don't know Death Wish series, check it out. It might be dated now, but it was basically a guy. I don't remember if it was a cop or something, but there was like a bunch of crime in town, and no one was. I think his family got killed, so he had to take matters into his own hand. It's called Death Wish. But he was in a lot of war movies and westerns back in the day in the 60s and 70s. He was another one of those big kind of like a Sylvester Stallone dude back in the 60s and 70s for action films. You know, he was that. Unfortunately, he died early, but he was a big one too. And it's funny because if you look at him, people always try to guess what his ethnicity is, and even when I was looking up Google, they said, "What is Charles Bronson's ethnicity?"
Isn't he like Italian or something like that?
I don't know. Probably. You know, I just want to keep it a mystery. Just keep it mysterious. What is he? It's mysterious.
So mysterious.
Yes, exactly. Gerard Butler. They even have Will Smith.
Oh my God, the gamer.
Okay.
The Gamer was one of the most. I love that movie.
Talking about kooky actors and stuff and everything, I'm going to give you two of them. One of them is still a great actor now. The other one, you're just like, what the fuck? Why did we even see him? Steven Seagal. Action star film.
Dude, he had,
back in the 80s and early 90s.
He was legit when he was like back in the day.
So I don't care what anybody, if you were allowed that time, you're of the age to watch those movies, and people now are like, oh, he's terrible. I go, back in the day, everybody fucking loved him.
Dude,
I don't want to hear anybody say like, I never liked him. That's bullshit.
I've watched all of them.
We all went and watched those movies. And then we found out later on, like, oh, this guy is terrible. And he's cuckoo bananas too. So
when he was young, he'd get away with it.
You sit there and tell me you didn't think so. Go fuck yourself because you know you're lying. You need to check yourself.
Check yourself.
Before you wreck yourself. Anyways.
We didn't mention one guy.
Well, I got him right here. I bet you I knew who it is. Nicolas Cage?
Keanu Reeves.
Oh, Keanu Reeves. We'll save him. Let's say Keanu Reeves. But
Nicolas Cage.
That dude, he is a good actor. As kooky as he is.
Yeah, he was on The Rock.
Yep, he's on The Rock. He's on a bunch of stuff.
Con Air.
Kick-Ass.
Dude, the kid from Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
He's hella good at it too.
Exactly.
And that little girl.
Right.
Chloe Most. Yeah, she's amazing.
But Nicolas Cage, he was tapped to be a Superman.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, he's supposed to be. Yeah, he's tapped to be Superman at one point. They just fell through. Nicolas Cage.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
That would have been. I would have loved to fucking seen that just because he's fucking weird. But
yeah,
Nicolas Cage was an action movie star. Well, he's done some action movies. Yeah, I mean, I think he's probably still is. He just has done some weird stuff.
He just did that one where he's like himself.
Yeah.
And he tried, the CIA recruited him to go take a drug dealer out, and he's like friends with the drug dealer.
Well, there's another one. It was kind of like Five Nights at Freddy-ish before the movie came out, where he was kind of that.
So
quiet.
when I was
he didn't
watching,
say any words.
I was watching
that.
Nothing. It was where he was the psycho.
Yeah.
And they locked him in there with he was supposed to clean the place up, and the dolls thought they were going to kill him, and he just started going to town on these fucking things.
Exactly. He did. And I watched. I didn't get to watch. I watched bits and pieces. I heard that. He didn't say one word.
Good.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Yeah, he was actually fucking good.
It's hard to watch movies lately. So let's get to another one on our Mount Rushmore would be Keanu Reeves.
You know what? I mean, you look at Point Break back in the day.
Point Break, which was Patrick Swayze's on there with him too.
And yeah, man, that's iconic.
Yeah,
absolutely iconic.
Point Break, Speed.
First one was really good. Second one got a little stupid.
Yeah, I think the second one he wasn't even on it, right? It was Jason Patrick or something.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was when she was on the cruise ship.
On the boat. You know what? For as dumb as it was entertaining. Right?
They find the one place in the world to crash into a goddamn city.
Speed on a boat. Okay, so can you imagine going in to the when you're trying to propose this movie to the fucking production, to the people who give you the money, but for the producers or something, it's like, look, I got an idea for Speed 2, but it's on a boat.
We're gonna put him on a cruise ship in the middle of the ocean.
The guy's like,
yeah.
Why not? Why not?
Oh God!
You're explaining it like because the boat won't slow down, right?
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner's another one, yeah.
Dude, he has some raunchy.
The Postman, Dance with Wolves, Yellowstone. I mean, he gets
the Open Range.
Yeah, Open Range. Yeah, that's a good one.
Some gritty things, man.
Let's head back to
Waterworld.
Waterworld's another good one. Keanu Reeves. So you had Speed. Obviously, you have his two biggest franchises, which are going to be the John Wick and the Matrix one.
Yes,
both those are amazing. So I would definitely. If you don't like our pick of Mount Rushmore stuff, go make your own, man.
Yeah,
go get your damn show.
And I probably won't agree with your shit.
Right, exactly. Again, it's all about when you grew up, basically, what you watched. Is what obviously, if you're an older gentleman, you're going to get the guys like Charles Bronson, Steve McQueen, John Wayne, all those old school guys. Burt Reynolds maybe might be on there. Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood's definitely on mine because he's one of the ones.
He's on mine too.
Yeah. And so we get some newer guys like Arnold would be on mine. Keanu Reeves would be on it.
Keanu Reeves is the top.
If I had to pick a fourth, that'd be I'd have to sit.
Jason Statham for me, man. I love that dude.
Yeah,
I think he's just.
Oh, my fourth one is Harrison Ford. Would be for my.
That's not bad,
man. Yeah. Those are the guys that.
that really that you grew up?
I grew up with, and there were amazing franchise, which are action movies, whether it be sci-fi,
Wars,
comedy stuff, and then obviously there's a bunch of good ones that I like and I like to watch, and you go for the name. And you got your current guys that are still kicking it, like Statham's still out there doing it, The Rock and stuff.
Well, he
and,
took on a giant shark twice.
Right.
So I don't know who else. None of y'all motherfuckers are doing this.
I will say, Adam Sandler did take on a crocodile in a Happy Gilmore, and he headbutted him too.
Fucking took his head off, yeah.
Oh, it took his head off, but yeah, exactly.
God damn, that was funny.
So that's action movie stars, man. That's there, and there's so much more on this list we can go over, but we don't have time to go for three. We're already a half an hour, guys. Come on, what's going on here? I'll probably edit it down, but as you're watching this, it's been fucking over a half hour of this fucking shit, which has been amazing. But yeah, I mean, go out there. We could probably even do a part 2 of this thing. We did hit a few of the women one, which was good. I like that.
We do action star women next time. That'd be fun.
Again, we can go on and on and on, and maybe we can do a part 2. Maybe we'll include the other guys if B-Man comes in, which used to be known as Smooth Balls. Remember that? We can do it again. Hey, scrap metal, buddy. I'm glad you're back on, brother. Another good one.
Good.
Hey,
I'm
guys,
glad
check
I get
out.
to see a camera this time.
Exactly. Right, exactly. Yeah, this time. If you're interested in scrap metal, some of his input, you can check out some of the old audio ones. Again, it's on Apple, Spotify, and stuff. Same name and everything. Same logo. Check us out here soon. We're getting together. The World of Unknown, a podcast. We do paranormal stuff, all kind of fringes, paranormal fringe and stuff like that.
UFOs,
more in depth.
Ghosts.
Kind of like a little bit now. We're not as goofy now, but we just because once we start talking, we get down the rabbit hole.
We more nerd out with that one.
Yeah, exactly. But hey, have everybody enjoyed? Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Share with everybody, please. Share with everyone. Share with your friends. Just don't share yourself too much, buddy. Anything else, bud?
Oh, man, thanks
We're
for
good.
having me back on.
Bye, everybody.